Hello to everyone. Today we're gonna talk about consumers, producers, and market efficiency. First of all, we should to understand what is the market. Market is a place where any buyers or sellers meet each other to exchange goods and service. Markets can be physical, like shops or farmers market, and it can be also virtual, such as online stores and apps. For example, Uzum Market. And markets help us to determine price and quantities for supply and demand. First of all, we should to understand the consumers willing to pay and consumer surplus. A consumer is a person who buys goods and services. One important thing of the economic is willingness to pay. It's the price a consumer is willing to pay for a product. It reflects how much value or satisfaction a consumer gets from a good. Different consumers have different willingness to pay for the same product. For example, your father gives you $10 for your school, for your lunch every day, and you're gonna to go to the shop to buy your lunch, and it will be like cost $5, and your willingness to pay will be $5. Consumer surplus. So consumer surplus is the extra benefit a consumer gets from when they pay less than they are willing to pay. It shows how much value the consumers gains from a purchase. Consumer surplus is the area above the price, and below the demand curve. And the formula for this is this one: consumer surplus equals to willing to pay and minus price paid. Now let's look to the example. Market price of the phones equal to $800. All buyers who's willing to pay is higher than $800 purchase the phone. And for calculating this one, we need to use triangle formula. It's gonna be like A multiplied by B and divided by 2. In our case, it is 1 over 2 multiplied by 700. 700 it is because 1500 minus 800. It will be like 700, and multiplied by 1000. It's 1000, and it is equal to the 350,000. When the price is cheaper, it's gonna be like, if the cheaper, the consumer sold price will be higher. And now my friend Razan will continue. He will explain you producer surplus.
Hello to everyone. I'm going to continue our presentation starting with producer surplus. So producer surplus is an extra benefit for producers receive when they sell a product for more than the cost of production. We can calculate producer surplus by price received minus cost of production. In the graph it will be like the producer surplus is the area below the price and above the supply curve. Producers are willing to sell their product only if the price covers their cost of production. However, others will leave the market. Now let's look at example of producer surplus. Let's admit that the market for electric cars, the market price for electric cars is $40,000, and all the producers whose cost of production is lower than this price will sell their products. However, others will leave the market. In our case, if the price is $40,000 and quantity equals $500, we need to use the same formula as the consumer surplus. We use in consumer surplus the triangle formula. We need to multiply this side by this and divide it by 2. So it will be $10 million. Apart from consumer surplus, in the producer surplus, it will be higher when prices are higher as well. So total surplus. Let's sum both total surplus, producer surplus and consumer surplus. Total surplus means overall benefit to society from a market. The formula for calculating total surplus is adding consumer surplus to producer surplus. And in example, it will be like we have 4 producers, 4 consumers and 4 producers. For Sam, his willingness to pay is $100, for Ronaldo $80, for Jack $60, and for Arnold $40. So the market price of our product is $50. So 3 of them will buy this product because their willingness to pay is higher than this price. However, Arnold will not buy it because he thinks that he can find it cheaper somewhere else. And for producer A, the cost of production is $20, for B 40, for C 45, and for D $80. And again, 3 producers will produce this good because their cost of production is lower than $50, and for D, he will leave the market. So total consumer surplus will be $90, and for producer surplus will be $45. And the total surplus, it's adding consumer surplus to producer surplus, $135. It is a total surplus. Our next part is market efficiency. Market efficiency occurs when resources are allocated to those who value them the most. In this case, surplus is maximized. Markets usually reach efficiency when the price and quantity is in the equilibrium. The main idea of the efficiency is goods are bought by those who value them the most, and goods are produced by by producers with the lowest costs. Now let's look at example for market efficiency. Here it's a market efficiency because there is no deadweight loss. If the market price of ticket is $300 and the equilibrium quantity $50, the consumer surplus will be $5,000 and producer surplus $7,500. So the total surplus $20,500. And let's imagine that the government sets a price floor of $400. It's a binding price. Now consumer surplus decreases. It's like small area. It will be $1,500. It decreased from 5,000 to 1,500. And producer surplus. It will not be whole area because consumers will not buy this part. So this area will be deadweight loss, and producer surplus will be $8,000. And adding we get total surplus of $9,500. The deadweight loss is $3,000. It's not efficient. Other reasons why markets might not be efficient. Other reasons might include the when government sets different taxes, subsidies, price controls. When government controls the market, it's better when market is independent. And this is all of our end of our presentation. Thank you for everyone.